Winter nights in the city. Yeah. A Raiders jacket zipped up, trying to stay out the wrong lane while the basement speakers hum low. Brooklyn dreams. Come on, yeah. Come on, yeah.
13 with a black Raiders coat, Walkman headphones and a notebook full of quotes. Cold stairwell smelling like dust and old smoke, trying to dodge the same streets that swallowed his folks. Older dudes outside posting near the store lights, gold ropes, hand signs, money talk all night. One said, little man, come roll with the team, but he seen too many funerals behind them dreams. Mama worked late shift downtown all week, barely enough cash just to keep lights heat. So we wandered after school through the neighborhood blocks till he heard drum breaks knocking from a church basement spot. Old red door near the back alley gate, faint MPC rhythm cutting through the crate. Curious kids stepped inside slow and tense, found dusty vinyl stacked by the instruments.
Church Ace basement beats through the concrete wall. Young soul trying to answer a deeper call. Outside siren, cold nights, gang signs wave. Inside BoomBap start changing his days. Raiders jacket, dreams bigger than the block. Soulful samples make the whole room stop. Not preaching, just a little light shown. In the basement studio we started finding home.
Tiny room smelling like wires and coffee cups. Old preacher son teaching kids how to cut. SP 1200 hum mixed with the tape. His jazz loop playing while the snow hit the bricks. He learned kicks from old Premier records. Snare drum sharp like the train wheel pressure. Church organ sample chop low and warm. Soundtrack for your young heart dodging the storm. Outside his friends still caught in the race. Police helicopters circling the place. One friend got locked by the end of that spring. Another disappeared chasing dangerous things. Meanwhile he stayed downstairs making beats late. Hands dusty from the vinyl crate breaks. Didn't fix life overnight or erase pain, but music gave the darkness another lane. Yeah.
Church basement beats through the concrete wall. Young soul trying to answer a deeper call. Outside sirens, whole night gang signs wave. Inside BoomBap start changing his days. Raiders jacket, dreams bigger than the block. Soulful samples make the whole room stop. Not preaching, just a little light shown. In the basement studio we started finding home.
Kick drum knocking, street lights flicker. Basement warm while the nights grow bitter. Jazz loops humming, hope stay low. Tiny room where the lost hearts grow. Yeah, years later he still remember them nights. Cold fingertips under fluorescent lights. Learning every drum pattern piece by piece. While chaos still roamed every project street. Music became more than sound in the room, more than escape from the neighborhood gloom. It gave him purpose when the blocks fell dead. Gave shape to the thoughts inside his head. Now every dusty soul sample he flipped carry memories of survival and grit of a young black kid in the latest coat. Finding life in every record note. Yeah, and somewhere deep in the basement air, between the vinyl crackling the folding chairs, a quiet kind of grace began to bloom without a sermon ever filling the room. Yeah. Church basement glowing, drum machine humming, snow outside falling, city still rushing, and downstairs beneath the streets, a young boy keep dreaming. Yeah. Jay.
Yeah. Sunday morning. Mama knocking on the bedroom door. Iron hissing in the kitchen. Gospel record low in the background. Brooklyn mid-90s. Dreams bigger than the block.
Yeah. Lil' boy in an oversized suit coat. Sleeves too long, hand me down from old folks. Baggy slacks drag slightly on the floor. Black church shoes by the apartment door. Mama pressed curls while the choir station played. Smell of hot combs and pancakes in the air. A sunlight peeked through the dusty blind slow, with the gold cross chain on his turtleneck flow. He stared in the mirror just in Yankees brim, trying to mix church clothes with the style he lived in. Neighborhood outside already fully awake. Dice game starting near the corner milk crate. So the boys flashing money in loud gold fronts, talking fast cash and rolled up blunts. But he held a notebook tucked inside his coat, full of rap bars and unfinished hope. Yeah, Sunday clothes and BoomBap dreams, caught between two was not slow while the organ cried warm. Outside cold wind wrapped around the storm. Boy tapped rhythms with his fingers on his knee, hearing drum patterns inside every speed. Past the voice blend with the soul sample hum, like future beats waiting for him to become. Mama saw the hunger in his quiet stare. Though money tight and life unfair, she whispered softly while straightening his tie. Don't let these streets decide your life. After service he'd run back upstairs fast, loop old cassettes till the whole day passed, recording fake freestyles in a broken tape decks, while helicopters circle project steps. Oh, Sunday clothes and boom bap dreams, yeah, caught between two different scenes. Oh. Street lights fade while the choir sing low, young heart trying to find where to go. Oversized jacket, soulful of rhyme, dreaming bigger than the block sometimes. Even through the pressure and the hard city ways, music gave him hope. Yeah. Mama humming, vinyl crackling, church bells ring through the avenue wind. Yeah, yeah. Young boy riding city sirens, dreams still breathing deep within there. Yeah. Years later, he still remember them days. Church socks slipping and them shoes too big to wear. Mama sacrificing just to keep lights on. Still somehow filling the house with songs. Some friends vanished in the street light fast. Some got swallowed by the weight of the past. But he stayed chasing rhythms through the pain, turning hard nights into soulful refrains. Now every gospel sample chopped in his tracks, carry pieces of them on his way back. Every dusty snare and bassline hum sound like the place where his dreams came from. And every time the crowd sing along live, he think about how his mama helped him survive. From church clothes, oversized and neighborhood stress, to a microphone and a purpose to express. Sunday clothes and boom memories. Softly, mama still praying somewhere in the echo. That little boy still riding. Sunday morning memory, boom bap drums knocking softly, mama still praying somewhere in the echoes, and that little boy still rapping.
Yeah. Static from the street lights. Last train gone. Smoke drifting through the avenue. Somebody praying behind a half-lit window. City never really sleep. It just gets quieter. Yeah, the empty block shimmer under amber lights. Wet pavement glow from the earlier night. Paper cups roll slow through the winter wind, like lost little dreams trying to rise again. Store gates closed with graffiti scars. Distant sirens hum beneath the stars. Old man sweeping outside the laundromat. Jazz leaks off from a radio in the back. I walk alone past the cracked upstairs. Hear muffled voices drifting through the air. Somebody whisper prayers through apartment walls. Not loud enough for the whole world to call. Just enough faith for another sunrise. Another hard day in these tired eyes. City full of ghosts and hidden tears. Still somehow hope keep living here. Midnight streets and flickering lights. Silent prayers through the lonely nights. Smoke in the air while the saxophone cry. Trying to keep the soul alive. Concrete dreams under moonlit rain. Heart still searching through the pain. Even when the avenue feel cold and dark, a quiet light still move through hearts. Train tracks hum like a weary blues song. Broken soul still trying to hold on. Teenagers posted near the corner deli sign. Talking tough while fear hide behind their eyes. Woman in scrubs waiting on the night
bus route. Hands froze stiff, but she still holding out. Taxi headlights cut through the foggy steam like fragments from forgotten dreams. Smoky trumpet loop drift through my headphones low. Dusty drum break move painfully slow. Every snare crack sound like hard survival. Every bass line post feel almost spiritual. Not religion, soul through polished gold. Just mercy moving through the bitter cold. Like heaven still breathe through these old hallways. Through tired mothers and long subway days.
Midnight streets and flickering lights. Silent prayers through the lonely nights. Smoke in the air while the saxophone cry. Trying to keep the soul alive. Concrete dreams under moonlit rain. Heart still searching through the pain. Even when the avenue feel cold and dark. A quiet light still move through hearts.
Late night windows glowing dim. Somebody praying softly within. Saxophone echo through alleyways. Hope still breathing through the haze.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I used to think the city only took left scars written in every look. But after enough midnight walks alone, I started seeing grace in the undertone. In the old church, lady feeding stray cats. In the father working double shifts and back. In the attic still trying to fight one more day. In the kid making beats to escape the pain. Street lights flicker but they still shine weak. Same way souls survive these streets. Not perfect, not clean, not free from scars. Still enough light to guide through dark. Now every dusty jazz loop I replay. Sound like prayers floating through the rain. And every quiet block after midnight calls remind me hope still lives in these walls.
Midnight streets and flickering lights. Silent prayers through the lonely nights. Yeah. Smoke drips slow through the avenue. Yeah. And somewhere above the city noise, another silent prayer rises.
You're recording? You're recording?
Yeah. I think it's working now. Static.
Late night in the city. Love in the city.
Somewhere in the distance, a church choir singing.
Late night in the fire escape.
They ain't hitting the fire escape.
Hallways smell like old smoke and cold fries. Flickering lights reflecting in tired eyes. Mama sleep on the couch with the TV glow, while the city outside never moved too slow. I was young with fear tucked deep in my chest. Sirens every night made it hard to rest. Helicopters circle while the windows shake. Another mother crying somewhere 2 blocks away. Used to sit with headphones by the radiator heat, looping dusty soul records over BoomBap beats. Tape hits blending with the distant train sound. Trying to keep my mind from sinking down. Sometimes loneliness is heavy in the room, like winter never left the apartment gloom. But them old quiet voices through the static, yeah, made it feel like maybe hope was still there. Memories spin slow, lo-fi drums through the midnight glow. Fear in the city but I still hold on. Somehow hope keep whispering through the songs.
Cold nights, lonely hearts.
Street lights flicker in the dark. Even through the noise and the pain inside, a little faith still survives. I remember hearing church music through the walls on Sundays. Miss Johnson downstairs always played gospel too loud. Funny how back then I ain't understand it, but somehow I made the building feel safe. Tape rewind sound. Yeah, yeah. Corner boys posted near the Chinese spot. Young kids already learning what survival costs. Some warfare underneath tough talk smiles. Some never made it past a couple miles. I kept walking with my hood pulled tight. Notebook in my jacket every single night. Wrote dreams between the train maps and the stress. trying to make sense of the pressure in my chest. Church choir float through the sample, hey soft, like voices from another rooftop loft. Not preaching, just echoes through the cold air. Tiny reminder somebody still care. Oh, cassette player with the weak left side, still played enough to help me survive. Every crackle in the tape felt real and warm, like beauty somehow born from the storm. Yeah. Memories spin slow, lo-fi drums through the midnight glow. Fear in the city, but I still hold on. Somehow hope keep whispering through the songs.
Cold nights, lonely hearts.
Street lights flicker in the dark. Even through the noise and the pain inside, a little faith still survives. Yeah.
Late night prayers through apartment walls. Train wheels screeching outside. Kids dreaming bigger than the blocks they trapped in.
Static.
But the music kept us alive.
Yeah, yeah. Now I look back through the faded tape sound, all them hidden tears and the fear we drown. Still amazed how hope survived the cold nights, through broken elevators and the police lights. Didn't come flashy, loud or dramatic, came quiet through the jazz loops and static. Through mama humming softly while she folded clothes, through them choir echoes only heaven knows. Now every lo-fi beat I build today carry ghosts of them hallways far away. Every dusty snare and warm bass line hum sound like where I'm from and what I become. So if you hear this through the crackle and rain, no survivor can still blossom through pain. Cause somewhere in the dark of the inner city blues, hope still speak through the mo cassette grooves. So oh, yeah.
Down, anybody gonna hear this?
Maybe quiet phase. Tape hiss. No. Maybe.
Hold up right. Piano in the corner. Keys chipped yellow from the years. Rain outside the church windows. He still plays soft before service starts. Hands older now, but the music still remembers.
Yeah, Mr. Lewis wore them same gray suits, wrinkled cuffs and them old worn shoes. Caught the early bus every Sunday dawn before the choir or the deacons came along. Small neighborhood church off Atlantic Ave, paint peeled slow near the baptism glass. Coffee in the basement, radiator hits, piano hum low in the morning mist. But years before the quiet church hall sound, he played smoky jazz clubs downtown. Back when Harlem nights moved loud and fast, cigarette haze drifting through the brass. Crowds clap hard while the whiskey poured, women in red dresses near the dance floor. Long nights stretching till the sunrise pale, yet somehow peace always seemed to fail. Now he plays slow through the BoomBap drums, old jazz soul where the healing comes from. Not fame, not lights, not applause no more, just peace behind that church house door. Every note got a lifetime inside, every chord hold tears he used to hide. From midnight clubs to Sunday grace, music finally found its resting place. He once chased glory through the city noise, fast money nights and dangerous joys. Bandmates vanished through addiction scars, some never made it past them barroom wars. He still remember winter 78, playing uptown while his marriage break. Hands on the keys while his whole world cracked, smiling outside while his soul turned black. Then one snowy evening after closing time, he wandered lost through the Harlem night. Heard piano drift through a church basement door, simple hymn chorus through the cold once more. No crowd there, no spotlight beams, just tired folks holding broken dreams. Something in them quiet melodies stayed, like mercy speaking through the way they play. Now he plays slow through the BoomBap drums, old jazz soul where the healing come from. Not fame, not lights, not applause no more, just peace behind that church house door. Every note got a lifetime inside, every chord hold tears he used to hide. From midnight clubs to Sunday grace, music finally found its resting place. Soft piano, Rain outside, old man playing with watery eyes. Jazz still living inside the chorus, but now the music feels closer to home. Yeah. Now the young kids gather near the keys, watching them play with quiet curiosity. He teach them chord between the Sunday songs, telling stories where the nights went wrong. Says music can heal but words can't touch. Sometimes silence say enough, and peace ain't always loud or grand. Sometimes it's just finally understanding. The old piano creak beneath his hands, like it know every mile he ran. Every jazz run still carry that pain, but soften now beneath the grace and rain. And when service ends and the room clears out, he still sits there while the lights burn down, playing slow notes through the empty room, like thankfulness drifting through the gloom. Church windows fog from the winter cold. Yeah, world, piano still humming low. Oh, jazz memories fade into hymns, and somewhere between the blue notes, an old man finally found peace.
Yo, bro. One of 96. Still well screaming through the tunnel. Harlem bound. Cold nights. Trying to find something real. Listen. Yeah. A-train rattling under the frozen street. Old black coat zip high from the bitter breeze. Tim's hit the platform with the salt and slush. Subway mat faded from 1,000 touches. Homeless man sleeping near the broken vent. Young dudes roll dice by the station steps. Saxophone cry from a busker upstairs. Sound drift down through the cold train air. I sat quiet by the scratched up glass, watching tunnel lights flicker while the stations pass. Mindful stress from the blocks back home. Too much anger learning how to live alone. Friends talk money, quick licks, fast life. Some already carrying steel by the night. Meanwhile, mama saying, boy, protect your soul. Hard to hear peace when the city move cold. Old subway train through the winter night. Harlem lights glowing dim and white. Trying to outrun all the pain inside, while the saxophone cry through the tunnel ride. Cold air cut through the city grime. Still searching for a little peace of mind, somewhere between the fear and hope. A young soul trying to stay afloat, yeah. Train doors open with the metal scream. 125th packed with smoke and steam. Street vendors bundled in the heavy coats. Jazz leak out from the clubs below. Church sat small by the corner store light. Not a mega place, just warm inside. Old ladies greeting people by the stairs. Smell of coffee and winter coats in the air. No flashy preaching, no TV fame. Just worn out folks trying to heal their pain. Choir hum low with a tired grace, like hope still lived in that tiny space. I stayed in the back near the creaky wall, listening while the snowflakes fall. Didn't understand every word they said, but peace somehow settled in my chest. Subway train through the winter night. Harlem lights glowing dim and white. Trying to outrun all the pain inside, while the saxophone cry through the tunnel ride. Cold air cut through the city grime. Still searching for a little peace of mind, somewhere between the fear and hope. A young soul trying to stay afloat. Train wheels screech, snowfall slow. Saxophone cry, street lights glow. Small church doors, warmth inside. City so cold, still hope alive, yeah.
Yeah, after service I stepped outside slow. Snowflakes melting on the cracked black road. Harlem breathe deep through the midnight haze. Police sirens singing through the avenue maze. But something changed on that ride back home. Like the weight in my chest weren't carved in stone. No lightning flash, no dramatic scene, just the quiet of mind underneath the steam. Train kept rocking through the underground dark, yet a small flame stayed lit in my heart. Maybe life more than survival and fear. Maybe grace still move through the cold out here. Now every sax loop and dusty drum break take me back to that winter train. 1996 on them Harlem tracks, when hope first whispered softly back.
Steel wheels turning, snow keep falling, saxophone echo, Harlem breathing, and somewhere in the city night, a young boy still believing. Hey.
Yeah. Vinyl crackle in the background. Yeah, oh, kitchen light still on at midnight. Oh, mama humming softly, radio low. Brooklyn nights felt warmer then. Yeah. Tiny apartment with the faded wood floor, heat pipes knocking through the walls once more. Clock on the microwave, blink 12:10. Mama still cooking though she works since 10. Steam rise slow from the pot on the stove. Grease crackle rhythm while the night moves slow. Old gospel station barely playing clear. Static in the signal but the message still near. I sat sleepy in a chair with my school clothes on, trying to stay awake while she sang along. No stage voice, no spotlight glow, just tired love in her voice real low. She stirred the beans with a faraway stare. Bills on the counter, but she still said grace there. Never talk big, never force believe, but peace somehow lived underneath. Mama's kitchen late night glow, gospel radio soft and low. BoomBap rhythm in my memory, love made holy naturally. Warm food, tight-eyed, small room, small light, rain hit the window through the Brooklyn night. Even when the world felt cold outside, that kitchen kept a little hope alive. Fridge covered up with old report cards, phone on the wall with the tango cord heart. One burnt bowl flicker over the sink. Mama still smiling more than you think. She prayed quiet while washing the plates, not performing, just carrying weight. Asking heaven help her children grow right, while the radio choir faded into the night. I remember sneakers by the front doorway, street noise drifting through the window vent. Somebody arguing down near the train, yet peace still sat in that kitchen space. Dusty soul sample loop in my head today. Every snare remind me how she made a way. No riches, no mansion, no glamorous scene, just love stretched long through impossible weeds. Mama's kitchen late night glow, gospel radio soft and low. BoomBap rhythm in my memory, love made holy naturally. Warm food, tight-eyed, small light, rain hit the window through the Brooklyn night. Even when the world felt cold outside, that kitchen kept a little hope alive. Late night cooking, radio humming, mama still praying while the city buzzing. Small apartment, big heart living, love in the detail. That's how we survive. Yeah. Years pass fast and the blocks done changed. Some friends disappeared, some caught in chains, but them kitchen nights still stay with me, like a soundtrack tied to my memory. Now when life feel heavy on my chest, I think about her moving through the stress, still feeding souls with tired hands, still somehow helping us understand. Faith wasn't loud in the house I knew, it lived in the little things she would do, in
the patience, in the sacrifice, in the late night meals after long hard nights. So every dusty record that I loop today carry pieces of them prayers she prayed. And every boom bap drum that softly knocks sound like mama stirring that midnight pot. Kitchen light glowing, radio low, vinyl still crackling. Whoa, mama still humming, and it's somewhere in a memory that stove still warm.
Mama at the window, hands together praying low, Brooklyn cold tonight.
But heaven still listening. But heaven still listening. 13 years old in a so black coat, book bag heavy, walking slow by the corner store. Rain hit the Thames, puddles all in the street. Train street, echo through the blocks on repeat. Leon from the liquor shop, flicker in the rain. Older dudes posted under awnings playing spades again. Somebody blasting Mob Deep through a cracked up speaker. Police lights flash blue across the wet demeanor. He passed the bodega with the fogged up glass. Dollar pizza smell mixing with the bus smoke pass. Hands in his pockets cause the wind too sharp. Trying to act grown while the night feel dark. Mama up 3 flights in a tiny apartment. Kitchen light glowing through the old-tone curtain. Hands locked tight while she whisper prayers soft, asking God protect him while he walked through New York. Rain keep falling on the Brooklyn street. Young soul searching while the world don't sleep. Mama praying from the window upstairs, hoping heaven hear her words through the air. Cold nights, city like sirens sing. Dusty dreams underneath the train tracks ring. Even through the storm in the hard concrete, love still walking home through the Brooklyn streets. He walked past murals of Biggie on the wall, water dripping off the letters while the nighttime crawl. Little crack in the sidewall filled with city rain, looking like the whole borough carry hidden pain. Kids from school already caught up in the rush. Some with quick money dreams and gold Dutch blunts. He hear his mama voice in the back of his mind. The road will make your heart go blind.
Female cry hum soft through the sample loop, like angels floating through the smell of wet room. Vinyl crackle underneath the snare and bass. Every drum hit sound like survival in graves. It finally hit the building with the rusted front gate. Mama see him from the window and she smiled through the rain. No big speech, just relief in her tired eyes. Thankful he made it home safe one more night. Rain keep falling on the Brooklyn street. Young soul searching while the world don't sleep. Mama praying from the window upstairs, hoping heaven hear her words through the air. Cold nights, city lights, sirens sing. Dusty dreams underneath the train tracks ring. Even through the storm and the hard concrete, love still walking home through the Brooklyn streets. Late night, train pass slow. Mama still praying while the rain flows. Tiny apartment, big faith inside. Brooklyn night, tears and hope collide.
Yeah, years later he still remember that walk. Rain on the hoodie and the sound of a talk. Not preaching loud, just faith in the air. Type of love that make a hard world care. Now we understand what them prayers really meant. How they covered him through every cold event. Every lonely block and every dark temptation. Every crossroads tied to his foundation. Brooklyn raised him with a heart full of scars, but them rainy night prayers carried him far. Now whenever storms hit heavy in his chest, he still see that window blow through the stress.
Rain still falling, train wheels crying. Mama still praying, Brooklyn still breathing, and somewhere in the night, a young boy keep walking home.